Tuesday and Wednesday, May 31st and June 1st. You guys, go Google this. You know, you can go to astro.com and free horoscopes. You click on it, and then you scroll down, and it'll say chart drawing. Click on that, and up will come your ability to do a chart. So you just put your information in, and you click, and you can see what your chart looks like. Well, today, you can also put in today's date to see what today's chart looks like. This is the most interesting chart. There is a giant grand cross, which we've been talking about, and that has to do with Gemini, opposite Sag, and then we have our sweet Virgo, opposite Pisces. Then there's a grand trine. We've talked about this before. That's between Mercury and Taurus, Jupiter in Virgo, and Pluto in Capricorn. And they're all 120 degrees apart. And then there's Neptune making a kite. So we have a grand cross, a grand trine, and a kite. So if you can imagine the sky was flattened, and we took a picture. This is pure astronomy. This is not woo-woo. And you would see the configurations that are put into the sky, and you knew enough about astrology, said the Gemini. You would be fascinated to know, because my moon's in Aries today. I came this way, and that's where it is. I get so excited. You'd be fascinated to know that the planets are trying to talk to you. Now, I know I watch the videos on YouTube and on the line to find out what the astrologers say about what's going on in this time. And sometimes they'll say, I love listening to them, you're going to find yourself in a major change inside of your relationship. I'm like, what does that mean? Or you're going to get a new career. I'm like, are you talking to me? I've been doing this for 38 years. I don't really understand. They say these themes, and there is a vague general truth to them, but to actually apply them to you personally, which is what Moon in Aries loves, the sun's in Gemini, the moon's in Aries, a perfect sextile, I love that word, sextile, between fire and air. That's a configuration, which is what I have, of real enthusiasm, of being interested in astrology, interested in you, and wanting to figure out what does this whole system look like, and what does it mean? And if you're a student at any level and you want to learn astrology, I have a course beginning. August is when the launching is, and then September is when we start. And we're going to have a whole bunch of students come and learn how do you look at that chart, that pure astronomy, and make it applicable to your soul so you can apply it and not be general. So I broke the code. Took me 38 years, but who's in a rush? And I figured out how to do a reading in 45 minutes that would penetrate the veneer of your personality and be able to give content that was so practical that you'd go, I so relate to that. So maybe you're too messy, or maybe you're too neat, or maybe you talk too much, or maybe you don't talk at all. Those are the details, the specific descriptions that a chart tells an astrologer. But the exciting part is, yes, I'm good at what I do. I hope so. I've been doing it for so long. But the better question is, would you like to learn how to do it and make a living at it? That's the nature of the right use of astrology, 1. 2, you can just study it online. Astrology Answers has lots of information. You can just Google. There's some great people. Alyssa Sharp's one of my favorite teachers, and they have all these free videos. And the point of the story, said the Gemini Aries that gets so excited, is you are the only version of your soul in a series of lifetimes, and you keep reincarnating. So if you could figure out how to come to peace with what they've been giving you as assignments and not resist life or not fight with it or not get pushed down. And in this time of her story, instead of history, it's her story, there's so much density. It's exhausting being alive right now. People are exhausted. And so with Gemini Aries, there's enough excitement, that's what I have, to say to you, don't let the despair take you down. Use this generous energy in the heavens right now to say to yourself out loud, and you can write this down, life has my back. It's a great mantra, and it's trying to help you fall in love with your fate. And that's why I'm here. Astrology Answers brought you Deborah Silverman on my birth date configuration, Sun in Gemini, Moon in Aries, to say, get excited. The alternative is to be miserable. If you're a Gemini, we don't do miserable.